So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new video. It's that time of the week again. I'm going to sit down to talk to you guys about the latest transfers, the gossip and the rumours surrounding Manchester United this summer. The first episode went out last Friday. I'll link it down below. It's important that you guys go and watch that one before you watch this one, because we will be talking about some of the same topics in this video that I talked about in the last one. And also, my end of season review video finally went out on the channel as well, so I'll link that down below. I really enjoyed making it. I know it's quite a long video, so I get that some of you guys won't want to sit down and watch that. I understand that, and you have more important things to do than watch a video like that going on for nearly an hour. But if you can check out the end of season player ratings and also the keep or sell part of the video, which also you guys can get involved in as well, I'd really appreciate that, guys. So I'll link it down below, and if you can check it out, that'd be greatly appreciated. But we're here for the transfers, and we do have another action-packed video full of rumours, full of transfer gossip regarding Manchester United. So let's start talking about Joshua Zirkzee, who we briefly touched on last weekend. This is the Bologna forward who's been linked with Manchester United and a move away from Serie A. For a very long time now, to be honest with you guys. He's been linked with a few teams, but Manchester United do have very strong interest in the player. The forward in Serie A last season had 34 matches, scoring 11 goals and 4 assists. So a very, very good season for Joshua Zirkzee. You're an up-and-coming player, still very young, very talented player by the looks of it. I'm not going to say I know too much of the guy, but I have actually watched a few games of Bologna this season. I do watch a lot of football when the big teams are on in Serie A, La Liga, etc. So I have seen him play for Bologna like once or twice, and he does look like a player. I'm not saying he's going to be a really good pickup or anything, but to rival Højlund, I think this could be a really, really good pickup. And we do have some news coming out from David Ornstein and Plettigol. Joshua Zirkzee is still one of the desired targets for Manchester United in the attack. Obviously, with Anthony and how bad he's been for Manchester United, got Rashford again, who we're very in the dark about at the moment. Will he move away? I'm not too sure. I don't think he will. But there's potential for a move if a big offer comes in. And also, we definitely need someone to rival Højlund, as again, we have seen him be a bit off and on last season. Had a really good season. But again, we need that player to rival him, maybe to push him on a bit. Let him have a bit of a break now and then. And Joshua Zirkzee could be that guy. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, we're now closely monitoring the striker's situation again. United are aware of the concrete interest in Zirkzee from AC Milan. Obviously, we've seen a lot of players from Serie A or the lower teams of Serie A move up to AC Milan, Inter Milan, Napoli. That's kind of how it goes really 90% of the time. But Joshua Zirkzee is looking for a move to the Premier League. However, the high commissions and demanded fees are currently... Wait a second. Well, they're currently complicating the transfer. United are also informed about this. So again, that could be a problem. And we've heard about Ineos that they're not willing to overpay for anything. And if negotiations aren't going the way they want negotiations to, they are going to back out of it. Which again, we've heard, and I'm really happy about that, because the amount of times we've been negotiating for weeks and weeks and weeks and haven't got a deal done, or something's complicated it. Ineos are like, we'll negotiate with you. But again, we're not going to let this take weeks and weeks and weeks. We're going to sit down with you, and if you can't, if we can't agree on a deal for this player, or we can't make sense of it, I'm going to move away. We're going to move on to another guy. So I really like the attitude of Ineos there, because how many times over the years have we been in that sort of problem? So we also do have more news on Joshua Zirkzee. It also goes on to say, this was from David Ornstein, obviously Man United are exploring a deal to sign the Dutch striker Joshua Zirkzee from Bologna. Club-to-club talks have yet to take place, and I've not heard any more news about any further advancement in the deal. United are speaking to the 23-year-old's representatives, and their interest is advanced. And from David Ornstein, very, very, very reliable journalist. Similar to Fabrizio, gets a lot right, gets a bit wrong, but mainly gets a lot right, very reliable. So again, this looks like a transfer which Manchester United are looking to get seriously involved in. But obviously, Serie A teams are going to have the up on us in a way. And yeah, we're going for one more. Manchester United are interested in signing Joshua Zirkzee and considering whether to make a bid. There has been communication with the player's advisor, Kia Jaropki, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. I don't know why I did. And that was from Sistoni. So there are things complicating the deal at the moment. But, you know, when things get serious, we start negotiating with them. When Ineos sit down with representatives of Joshua Zirkzee, hopefully things can get sorted out. But it's definitely a player that I would definitely be able to give a go. If he signed for Manchester United for the right price to rival Højlund, I think it'd be really, really good. Someone quite young, who's done a really good first season with Bologna. Obviously, he's on the up, has a lot of room for improvement. His potential is, you know, off the scales as well. So, you know, let me know what your thoughts are on this, guys. I know a lot of you guys probably haven't watched a lot of Joshua Zirkzee like me. I've seen a few games. You probably may have seen a few games as well. And again, he's made the Netherlands squad for the Euros, so definitely one to watch out for. But yeah, he's definitely someone that I wouldn't say no to if we can get the right price. Don't know what the right price is at the moment for him. I'd probably say around 30, 40 million. I think it's definitely a decent deal for him if we can get it done. Anything higher, I don't want to get involved in really, but we'll have to wait and see how that advances going forward. But yeah, guys, we do have a bit more news now on Jarrad Branthwaite. Obviously, we heard last week I was talking to you guys about Martin Branthwaite, or no, it's Jarrad Branthwaite. Where are we getting Martin from? Is that the guy from? Is Martin Branthwaite the guy that played for Barcelona? Where am I getting Martin from? Jarrad Branthwaite, I mean. Obviously, we heard last week Everton are wanting around 60 to 70 million, but obviously that's too much. And we're now in a situation, because of how we've dealt with transfers over the last, 4 years, every team knows that Manchester United are willing to pay big money for these players, which are not really worth it. So that's the predicament we're in. We're now in a position where we've been stuck in the mud, really, with these teams, with organising, sitting down, negotiating, because they know that Manchester United will pay the big bucks, and Ineos are willing to try and cut down on that and, you know, move away from these deals. Whether it will stop us from completing as many deals as we want, it may have an impact in that. But if we can get in 2 or 3 players, maybe more, for good prices, and, you know, stay away from all the 70 million, 8 million, 90 million, 100 million bollocks, I'll be fine with that. So the news we have here, again, Tony, again, very good with Manchester United, or talking about Manchester United. Manchester United are keen to do business early in the transfer window and are expected to improve their 35 million offer for Jarrad Branthwaite. That was the first offer we put in. Obviously, that got declined. And again, I'd go up to about 50 million. 50 million is my max. It'll probably be 40 million, then 45, then 50, or 45 with add-ons, etc. But yeah, I think they'll stick at 50, and if they say no, we'll move on to someone else. That Todibo guy from Nice, the news about him is that because Ineos own Nice as well, it's going to cause a massive problem, and it's basically off the table, which again is very frustrating because City are doing deals with Girona for certain players, so I don't get how that kind of works. But I think that's all the news we have on Jarrad Branthwaite as well. We do have some news on Casemiro. Obviously, a lot of people are divided on Casemiro and the situation. I think he should move to Saudi, but we have had some news, I think it's from a Brazilian journalist. Casemiro still wants to compete for trophies in European football and is happy to stay at Manchester United and fulfill his contract. I still think he's got another, 2 years left on his contract? We signed him for a 3-year deal, which again was crazy in the first place. First year worked out really well. Second year, didn't really see the Casemiro we know. And again, he's had a really, really poor season. And I would definitely say that his time is up playing for big teams or having an important role in this Manchester United team. Because we're developing youngsters like Mainu. There's going to be a lot to invest in the midfield as well. I do think we're going to get quite a bit done in that area. And I just think Erik ten Hag, from what he's seen, I don't think he'll play Casemiro a lot. And for me, I think he should definitely go to Saudi. If we get a lot of money for him, 60, even 50 and 40, above that for Casemiro, I'm taking that all day. But yeah, of course, he's willing to stay at Manchester United and fulfill his contract. That was from Eduardo Conto, obviously probably a Brazilian journalist. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that, guys. Do you want Casemiro to stay? Is he a player that maybe you want to see fulfill his contract? Or again, should we be getting rid of his dead wood now? Which I would say he is, to be honest with you guys, sadly. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. And finally, guys, the last bit of news we have for today's video is about Bruno Fernandes. This was from Samuel Luckhurst. A new contract for Bruno Fernandes is not a priority. Manchester United, but the club would be open to a renewal if he stays beyond the transfer window. And the situation here, I think, is down to Saudi, and we have heard that Al Nassr are interested in bringing in a creative midfielder and are interested in Bruno Fernandes. Honestly, guys, I don't think he'll go. I really don't. Obviously, the offer they're going to probably offer him is going to be high. It's going to be a lot of money, probably a long contract there, and, you know, they can offer that, and people want that. You know, certain players, we've seen it. Ronaldo wants that. Mane, you know, Telles, Fofana, Milinkovic-Savic, Neves. I can go on and on. These players, or certain players, get lured in by this because it's a lot of money. It's life-changing money, and they'll be sorted for the rest of their life. And at a stage like this, Bruno Fernandes could be thinking to himself, should I take this opportunity? Should I take it, or do you want to be here at Manchester United for the rest of my career maybe, or another few more years? That's the decision he's got on his hands. But a new contract for me, definitely deserved. I want it. I do not want him to leave. I will make that clear. I want Bruno Fernandes to stay at Manchester United for a very long time because he's one of our best players. He's our most creative player, and when he's in the team, he just looks so much better. So he's a player which I trust fully. He's my captain. Again, I do not want him to even think about leaving, but it's there for him to think about, isn't it? And if an offer comes in from Al Nassr, who I think the team's interested in, to join up with Ronaldo, you never know, do you? You never know in football what could happen. But it would be a massive loss to lose Bruno Fernandes. But yeah, I don't think that one will get advanced or to an advanced stage. I just think that one's rumours and hopefully won't go any further. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that, guys. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to give it a like. Let me know what your favourite topic was. Also, let me know your thoughts on all the topics I talked about as well. Are you a fan of Joshua Zirkzee? Would he be a player we should move to and get him to Manchester United? Jared Branthwaite, do you want him as well? Is he an up-and-coming centre-back that you think would fit into this Manchester United team? For 70 million, I don't think so. But anything less, 50 million, 40 million, I would definitely take him for. Also, let me know your thoughts on Casemiro and also your thoughts on Bruno Fernandes as well, guys. But make sure to smash a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Share the video as always. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.